Hey my friends, thanks for joining me for today's moving meditation. I really like to start my day wherever possible with some sort of organic intuitive movement like this, where things just start to flow. And I intentionally set a positive tone for the day. Standing firm, both feet underneath the hips. We're going to start with 3 breaths, closing the eyes. Take a big breath in, and I like to bring my awareness right to the crown of my head, and as I exhale, sweep that awareness all the way down to my feet, getting more grounded. Drawing another big breath in, bringing that awareness all the way back up my thighs, my stomach, into my chest, to the crown of my head. Exhaling and dropping right back in. And one final breath, just to set the tone. Inhaling big. Exhaling all the way back into that grounded sensation in the body. Moving into some neck circles, about 5 in one direction. Make the range of motion as big as it feels good for your neck. Start to add a little bit of movement through the chest to accommodate the movement in the neck. Finishing up one more big circle, and then take it in the other direction. You might get some snaps and cracks and pops in there, as long as it's not painful, of course. Those are bonus. Good. One more big circle, and then come on back to center. Reach those arms out to the side, and we're going to do something I like to call the ring out. One palm up, the other palm down, and look in the direction of the palm that's up. And then reach in the other direction doing the same thing. I like to imagine like when you wring out a rag, and the same thing is occurring in my chest muscles, my arms, my biceps. And start to bring in more range of motion by reaching in the direction you're also looking, taking the torso to the right and then to the left. Good. Bring those arms down to the side, starting with some big shoulder circles. Shrug the shoulders up to the ears and back down behind you, and really tap into the shoulder blades. Really, really big motion, and the sensation in the shoulder blades as they slide down the back and then wrap around toward the heart. Even here I get some cracks and pops. Same thing with those shoulder rotations, but the arms will be extended, coming along for the ride. Good. Start to take the chin up and down. Again, just full range of motion. Tap into all moving parts of this. Keep the arms up into the sky, and we're going to stretch up tall just to lengthen through the sides of the body. Lift the belly up. Take one more big breath in. And let those arms fall to the side. Step the feet a little bit wider. We're going to start to rotate here a little bit more dynamically. And let the arms go a little limp, and they'll just be along for the ride. Let the knees and the hips work together to toss you, rotate left and right. And we'll spend another moment or two doing this. It starts to feel really good, really therapeutic. This is a good time to check back in with those feet too. Make sure you're nice and grounded on the floor. And then to stop this, we're going to start slowing it down, gradually coming back to center. Reach the arms out to the side and start to take a side bend here. One arm overhead, one arm reaches in the direction you're leaning away from. And I like to think about this as an opportunity for me to really activate my core. It's supporting a big lateral reach. A couple more to each side here. Awesome. Bring it back to center. Getting into some strength, turning up the heat. Take the feet wide in a sumo stance, toes and knees pointed out. Reach the arms up into the sky and squat the hips low. And I like to sway a little bit back and forth just to check in with my knees. The joints of my knees, warm them up. And each time I inhale, I'm going to rise up a little. Each time I exhale, I'm going to sink a little more. For this last one, interlace the fingers, press the palms to the sky, sink deep. Awesome. Straighten those legs, stand up nice and tall. We're going to keep the feet wide, opening up the hamstrings, a little more of the core. Place your hands onto the hips, send the chest forward, hinge directly at the hips. This is called the sumo hinge. Once you feel established in the legs and the core, try extending the arms forward. Again, interlace the fingers, press the palms forward. Take some breaths here. A little micro bend in the knees might help you feel more stable. Start to make really big circle sweeps in one direction and then in the other. We're going to go back and forth in each direction here, going no faster than we can stay within our bodies, with our breath. Make sure that this feels really good. And by now, I'm feeling pretty supercharged. Good. One more really big circle here. Reach up tall, lengthen. And then bring those arms next to the body. Bringing the legs back to center. Working a little bit on a full body range of motion plus some balance. Particularly like this one. It uses all of my limbs, all my body parts. Arms up into the sky, big inhale, again hinging at the hips all the way down, nice and slow control. Fingers rest on the floor and support me. Come up onto the toes. Bring the knees to the floor, slide the hands back behind you, and press the hips up into the sky. Just rewinding that to go back to the starting position. See this time if you can balance on the toes, rise all the way up. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, bow and fold. Balancing on the toes, see if you can lower this time, back onto the toes. Dropping to the knees gently. Press the hips up into the sky. Good, we've got that flow going now. Let's enjoy this as a moving meditation. Keep your breath nice and close. And if at any point things start to feel a little too challenging for you, slow down or do fewer or use your hands more. And then each day come back, try it again, and see what that day offers you. Good. And for this particular movement flow, we're going to do about 6. So let's finish up here 3 more. And even though we're making really big movements with our body, all of our limbs, we're balancing, we're using strength, we're using our breath, flexibility, all the things. But we're doing it with awareness and in complete honor of our own body. Thus, it remains a moving meditation. Feeling so good here. Let's do it one more time. Great job. We'll stay down here on the floor. Take a breath or two. starting with some lateral bends. Reach one hand over to the side and the other arm up into the sky. Take a big breath and then sweep circle all the way in front of you to the other side. And this should feel really, really good for the back and the torso. Good, let's add on a little bit here. Sweep all the way to the other side, and as you arrive, lift the hips and extend the top leg. Turn the heart to the sky. We think about reaching from fingers to toes. Good. Retreat back through center and lift the other side. We start to incorporate a little bit of a back bend here. And with each one I arrive in, I like to take a deeper breath, linger there, maybe just a tiny bit longer. And by now, my body is starting to feel really graceful, really long, really loose. Great. One more full extension right here. Let's bring it back down to the floor. This next one I like a lot. It really activates the core. Loaded beast to lunging beast. Lifting the knees, the toes are under, fingers are broad. Inhale to reach the heart forward, hips are lifted. And as you exhale, sit the hips back to the heels, but keep the knees lifted. We'll do about 5 of these. So here's 4. Pulling the hips back. And 3. Inhale, chest lifts, neck is long. 2. Last one, hips go way back, lowering down to the knees. And that's it. We did a really good job. Feeling good. Set some good intentions and follow through with good actions today. Namaste.